Hello. Oh man, it's been a really long, crazy road. Really long and crazy. So I know this is being streamed to Telegram chat, and I know we have Satan. Well, I think that's Satan's. I don't even know. LaCrotch Goblin. I don't even know what we have sitting front row. And a lot of demons sitting front row. So I want to make sure that you do watch this because I know that's what you're coming for. Hi, everybody. Again, I want to talk to the 90s. Okay? I need y'all help. When I tell you that, mind you, we just explained to you that whole little spot that we had, right? And then we've been gone for a little bit. And we had to go back and pack that shit up. When I tell you that the last fucks that I had to give, I packed up and it's in a storage somewhere in California. Okay? So when I tell you I don't give a shit, I need you to hear me on that. And maybe you don't even need to hear me. Maybe you just need to see what I'm saying. Because every action causes a reaction, and actions speak way louder than words. So you're just going to have to see what I'm talking about, right? Okay. Before you come in, remember, I'm from the south side of heaven. Okay? So first of all, I'm going to thank the one that I have a relationship with, not a religion. And I know some of you won't get this and it'll burn some of your ears, those that the demons that are sitting front row. But for those who need this, Jesus, we thank you so much for everything that you continue to do for us. Everything that you do in the process and progress, God. I just ask that you bring all things to light, Jesus. I just ask that all truth comes out, God. I just thank you for the army that you have set around me, that will continue to stand with us and fight for the children, Jesus. I thank you so much for everything that you do, even all the tests that give us a testimony at the end, God. And I just ask that you let the words that come out of my mouth light a fire in those that need it, Jesus. And let none of it be for my own selfish gain, God, but for the truth and for all children. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Now remember, I'm from the south side. Jesus flipped tables, and he sat with people from all around the place. So remember that, okay? Remember that, because I'm angry. I should be. Can you go watch the first part to this? And we'll talk about some things. I want to skip ahead because we've been trying to do this live all night. And I really want to get this out there before I drop insurance. Let's talk for a second about what ulcers are. Okay? Before I get into any more of this, there are some people who are threatening my mom. You make me laugh. And now threatening my dad, you really make me laugh. Listen, the only reason why I'm not doing this the wrong way is because of my parents. I'm going to be so real with you. That's the only reason I'm not doing this the wrong way. But go ahead and touch them. Fuck around and find out which way I would really do this if it was left up to me by myself. Go ahead and try me. See if I'm bluffing. I want you to see if I'm bluffing. Go ahead and try it. Because there's so much talk about weaponizing and going after my mom and you're going to kill my mom, and she's so used to those type of threats. That does not faze a real woman. That doesn't faze us. We're not scared to die. Trust and believe that. But before we go, I guess we're pissing everybody off on the way out. I don't mind that. I'm down for it. So thank you for standing with me, because right now I'm talking to the 90s. I need y'all to run a few investigations. And I'm not inciting any violence. And this whole chat is being recorded for quality insurance and assurance purposes. Do you get me? So what I just said about the only reason why I'm not doing this the wrong way is because of my parents. That's not a threat. That's a promise. Fuck around and find out. But let's talk about ulcers and MK Ultra. Okay. first I need y'all to get this, because a lot of people, I'm not talking to those who are useless and worthless to the government. They know that. They know that there's no connection to your brain to get what I'm trying to tell you. Right now, we have somebody named Steven Spencer who has, look him up, Steven Spencer. Steven Spencer. Steven! Now, this excuse of a man is being handled by a frequently visited patient of Patton Hospital. When you are being controlled by a mental patient, that says a lot about you. When at this point, there is a Patton Hospital patient, it wasn't even, I don't even know what if to call, I think you would call that a madam or a mistress, because at this point, this woman was collecting children. Okay? I'm talking about where I was before. From 3 months old to 14 years old, before I went into the foster care system. Are y'all with me? Are y'all with me? Y'all with me? Steven Spencer. Amanda, you with me? Okay. Yep, you do get it. It's with a PH. Let me help you, sis. Write that right. It's S-T-E. You got it. Just do a PH instead of the V. Yeah, it's spelled the white way, not the right way. But this is, you remember when I told you not too long ago about the Black Panthers contacting and paying off content creators to dox, weaponize, rumors, chaos, confusion? I'm so sick of this shit. You know, my mom and I have been very chill for the last 5 years, to the point we have been screaming off from the rooftops, trying our damn best to keep ourselves safe at the same time. But you know what? In the next 3 months, I promise you that we're about to let every damn thing go. And then if nothing happens from there, the burden of responsibility is on you. We're going to give you all the information that we have in the next 3 months. And I mean all of it. We're dropping some more right after this live. So right after you get off of here, I have some information and receipts for you. So I want you to listen to this live. Get a piece of paper. Write down that Steven Spencer. You need that. Get a piece of paper. Okay? And then write this down. You ready? Y'all ready? Okay, cool beans. Okay, so I want to connect some things for you. And you guys know that first of all, I want to ask you, how many people do you know that have brought you as many receipts as we have? If you ask any warrior that has been here since 2020, any warrior that has been here for the last 2 to 3 years, they will tell you that I have dropped countless pieces of receipts. Nobody touches them. Nobody wants to do anything with that. We're not touching them. I've dropped police reports. I've dropped rape kits. I've dropped CPS documents. I've dropped court minutes. I've dropped names. I've dropped informations and locations. I've dropped schools. I've dropped social workers. I've dropped a lot. A lot. Who do you know? I'm talking to you in the comments. Who do you know? I'm talking to the 90s. Who do you know that has anybody, these advocates, these child advocates, who do you know on this internet in this last 5 years that have given you the information that I have given you with the receipts? I'll wait. Because I know no damn buddy. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I don't know nobody that has given the amount of receipts that I have. Okay. Nobody does anything with them though. Nobody wants to dig. I'm going to help you guys dig because investigations need to be ran. People need to be in prison. And before I start with the elite, I want to go to the bottom. You ready? You want to go with me? Let's go to the bottom. Okay. Before we get there, and yes, thank you. And you don't want money. No. And the people that are asking you or telling you they're child advocates are telling you they have more information for you, whether it comes to the Diddy trial, the Epstein, the Ghislaine Maxwell, us, they want money. They want money. I have a TikTok account up. Allie Carter Official. You don't have to say you're official when you're official. Allie Carter Official, the real Allie Carter on TikTok. There's somebody trafficking my voice to make money. Who do you know that has given you the amount of information for free that we have given you, plus the receipts to connect to it? Who? And you know what? I ain't talking to the haters. I don't need you to believe me. I know who does. So I'm talking to you who do. Okay? Because if something happens to us after this, you're the investigators. You're the one that's going to do something with it. A dead man switch does not mean hold on to it and don't flip that bitch on when somebody dies. No, insurance holders, I'm talking to you. If we take our last breath in these next 3 months, I will hunt you if I die. You better release that shit like candy. Okay? Okay. Alters and MK Ultra. Did y'all get a chance to go on Yandex? Y'all seen that post? Did you get a chance to go on Yandex? And Yandex, let me help you. Don't use Google. Don't use DuckDuckGo. You won't get far. Let me help you. Go on Yandex and research dissociative identity disorder. Look up MK Ultra. Now, I have a medical diagnosis that I have given y'all. A legal medical diagnosis. If I ever had to go to testify or go to court, I have a doctor that could literally sit there and tell you, yes, legally, dissociative identity disorder since about 2011, 2012, maybe 2010. Okay? But alters. Britney Spears has alters. You know, remember that 5-year-old twangy one that you were talking about? Hold on. I have an interactive portion. But hold on. We're not going to get distracted. That's what we're not going to do. We're going to focus. Because y'all need this information. I have a medical and legal diagnosis of dissociative identity disorder. Okay? At 3 months old, someone raped and hurt me. Do you understand what I'm saying? At 3 months old to 14 years old, I was in the outlaw custody, the Black Panthers, the frequently visited medical, criminally insane patient of Patton Hospital, the one that was given 6 children to be a madame for, a mistress for. These are not her kids. I would love a DNA test. All 6 of them. One won't tell you because she has extreme Stockholm syndrome. But I do have that Los Angeles CPS report from 1987. Rochelle, do you want to ask them? Do you want to tell them about it? Do you, Janice? No? I will. If anybody needs a copy, let me know. But the first one, she won't tell you. The other 5, they're gone. The other 5, some of them will still lie and be handled by some of them. But let me help you out. Alters. Dissociative identity. Britney Spears has alters. Remember that 5-year-old she was talking about? The one that's twangy. The one where she said she was turning 43 years old, but she's like, I'm 5 and I'm headed to kindergarten. It's a 43-year-old woman. You remember that live? Help me over here so I know y'all are still here and I didn't just, can y'all just can somebody keep these going over here so I know that y'all still with me? Eh? Yes? Okay? Thank you. Britney Spears has alters. Raven Simone, she has told you guys that as a little kid, all she remembers is the staircase and then she blacks out. Nicki Minaj has alters. Look it up. Each of them have done a song. Roman, and so on and so forth. Where do you think those alters come from? Alters come from deliberate and extreme trauma. You have to literally, deliberately torture someone to split their brain in a way to make them split off into a multiple personality disorder. Do you understand what I'm saying? 3 months old to 14 years old, I was in the care of the Black Panthers. They switched them around too. What? Because the woman that you're seeing, La Crotch Goblin, somebody asked her about the Social Security cards. Somebody asked her about the medicine that she sold. She had 2 preemie babies, 2 twin girls. One had lung issues. One has cerebral palsy. I have the receipts where she was selling the medication of those children to drug dealers. You want it? You think I'm bluffing? MK Ultra and alters are deliberately created. Okay? And if you look up the meaning of that, you'll see that that doesn't just come from little things. That comes from extreme trauma. All right? So when someone says they have alters, you got to think, where the hell did they come from? And who created them? Because when you have alters and you have MK Ultra, it's one thing to just have alters. You can have alters without having MK Ultra. You can't have MK Ultra without having alters. Do you hear what I'm saying? Okay. So the way that I was created, the way that people abused me, had their hand in my life, somebody tried to create me for their guilty pleasure. Yes, since I was 3 months old. So again, I was in the care of the Panthers before I went to Child Protective Services custody. You hear what I'm saying? Oh, here come my mama. She want to talk to you too. Now, I've been told, I've been hearing that the Panthers own me, that they're never going to let me go, that they're still making up these lies and these rumors. And that's far from the truth. I'm 31 years old. And the thing is where's my decision in this? Has anybody asked me what the hell I want? But we're listening to a mental patient. Okay? The mental patient hasn't given any type of information. She's just handling this man named Steven. And he's listening and bowing down to a Patton Hospital patient. Shows you what a man it is, right? What kind of man it is. Now, I just want to shout this out real quick. Nick Fury, a real man. I want to give you his number. 980-298-2106. Now, I'm giving you his number because if there's anybody who would like to subpoena me for the Diddy trial, I know some of you are looking for me. If anybody would like to subpoena me for a Diddy trial, if anybody would like the evidence that I hold to do the investigations that need to be done, Nick Fury, NICKFURY 1722@gmail.com. There are so many men in this army that have been waiting for a green light. They will escort me to receive the subpoena. They will be there to stand right with me so we can get everything straight and there's witnesses. If there's a time that anybody needs the evidence that we hold, Nick Fury has it, and he is willing to answer the phone and hand it to whoever needs it. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm going to get back to the outlaws in just a second. I'm jumping for 1 second. But for those who are pissed at me, talking about why am I not on the case, why aren't you asking Maureen Comey, the prosecutor? Ask her why I'm not on the case. Ask her why she's not talking about the children. Ask Maureen why she hasn't asked any of the witnesses, have you seen any of the children on the Diddy case? Did you see any children? Did you witness any children at these elite parties? That should be the question that comes up for every single witness, but it's not. For those who are so pissed at me, give that energy to Maureen. I don't know. Why are you mad at me? You mad at me because you know that if I testify and I get on this case, we have a whole other situation that some of you aren't ready for. Even though you hate me, some of you still want this information to get out. So you watch me because you know it's the truth. I love you too. But if anybody wants to contact Nick Fury, he's willing, he's waiting, and he's ready. Okay? Patton Hospital, let's talk about that for a second. Now, I have the records that I need, and I want to show you guys that. But Patton Hospital, I also have those records. See, I have so much that people thought that I never would have because people didn't want me to be alive. A lot of social workers worked on two sides too. And some of the social workers handed me the information that they should have never handed me. Some of them I was able to call and request that. Some my mom was able to request. And some you just never know who's who and felt like, here, you need this. So I have a lot of information that I've been holding on to since I was 17. Never thought I would do anything with it because people don't pay attention. Okay? And satanic ritual abuse with people like the Panthers, they make money off of kids, and their goal is to cause as much trauma and abuse as possible. That's their goal. And then once that trauma and abuse is done, then the narcissism kicks in. And next thing you know, it's your fault. Now, this is where I want to turn the comments on, because I want to explain to you the insurance that we're about to drop. So go ahead. Let's go interactive. What are you allergic to? I want to ask you what you're allergic to. I want to explain to you what this person did to children. And if you can't fathom that, then I'm going to drop the receipts right after this. I want you to read them for yourself. Ask the person if you see the person come up. I'm going to drop these receipts for you. And then I want to show you what would happen to kids. Now, this is a child. This is another victim of somebody that I lived with. The victim was saying the same story. Kay, I'm not going to say your name. I don't want anything to do with you either, because I see you continue to jump back and forth and you're still being handled by this mental patient. So I don't want anything to do with you, but I am going to drop this information. Let's all go back down memory lane, Tiani Chantel. You with me? Let's all go back down memory lane. Are we all ready? What are you allergic to? Melissa said aspirin. Oh, girl, I'm sorry. Pedophiles. Ain't we all? Ain't we all? I know, right? Seriously, what are y'all... That is true. But seriously, what are you allergic to? What are you allergic to? I'm waiting on a comment. This is interactive. Bees. Okay. Food. Give me food. What kind of food are you allergic to? Latex. Okay. Latex. Bees. Anybody allergic to food? Penicillin. Okay. Okay. Sulfur. Ooh, yeah, that's one. Anybody allergic to food? Tropical fruit. Okay, rebellious rebel, you're allergic to tropical fruit? You're allergic to bullshit, ain't we all? Okay, so, I want you to think, you said codeine? Alright, now, this is what happened to Kay. Let's break it down what happened to Tiani. Let's talk, alright? And I want to tell you what this woman did to her. This is the mental patient that is being coached, that is coaching Steven Spencer right now. Are you ready? This is the mental patient. Peanuts. Lactose intolerant. Ooh, this is exactly what we're about to talk about. You're lactose intolerant. So you know how bad that can tear your stomach up, right? Okay, so this is what was happening to children. Again, I'm going to drop this receipt so you can read it yourself. Do y'all remember a while ago when I told you that my real name, what did I tell y'all my real name was? This name doesn't bother me. The name that I was raped and tortured with. The name that anybody called me anytime they were brutalizing me. What's that name? You guys know it because I've told you. What's the name? I just want to make sure that we're all together. I just want to... This is like pop quiz, 90 time, interactive. What's that name? My former name. I've told the world. We all know it. Tori, right? My former name was Tori Tashina Outlaw. I've told y'all that numerous times. What did I tell you about Tori? Tori's what? Where did Tori go? How many times did I tell y'all about little Tori? Where is she? Where is little Tori? Do y'all know where she at? It is Tori Outlaw. Yep, that's it. But do y'all know where little Tori is? Yes, thank you, Zandra. She's dead. She's dead. My name is Allison Carter, but let me tell you about little Tori. I have a receipt with little Tori in it. This one has little Tori, and it also has a girl that her name starts with K, but we're not going to say her name. This victim was in the possession of the predator that you are seeing organize and weaponize people to try to kill my mom, and the mental patient that is leading this Black Panther, these little sad pussy cats that are really pissy. It's like they gave cats water. These are the people who have the ignorance that are trying to show. These are the people that are asking for a GoFundMe. For what? For what? Okay. I'm going to give you names. Kay and Tori, right, are in these receipts. You with me? Okay. Now, you said you're allergic to lactose. You're lactose intolerant. This is what this woman used to do. You guys remember when I told you, and I have a receipt, that there were tapes in the back of this woman's closet. I used to call her my surrogate. I feel like that's disrespectful because she didn't even carry me. That's a lie. she held us in a house for other people to rape and torture. That's the truth. But you guys remember when I told you there were tapes in the back of the closet. Remember that receipt that I have? Do y'all remember it? Hey, admin, go ahead and post that up. Let's post that up while we're talking. Can you help me out? There was tapes in the back of the closet. Little Tori, tried to tell someone. And little Tori was not believed. Are you with me? Okay. Now, Kay, there's another girl that at the time she was 15 years old. This is what this woman was doing. She would hold her down with her oldest daughter. Now, somebody said you're lactose intolerant. Someone said you're allergic to tropical fruit. Let me tell you what's happening. She held a child down, beat the shit out of her. This is a disabled child, by the way. This child had hyperthyroid syndrome. 15 years old. You with me still? I want you to picture this. And if you're allergic to things, I want you to picture it like it's you. Kay, if you're listening to this, Satan, if you're listening to this, do you remember this? Okay. She beat the hell out of a child. And this is the day that I said, listen, I put up with a lot, but I'm not going to let you kill her in front of me. So guess who helped make that report? Because what she did was she beat the shit out of her. She had severe hyperthyroid syndrome where she was already on homeschool. Her neck used to bulge real bad. Like these lumps used to be in her neck. She had Graves' disease and her eyes would bulge. If anybody knows what hyperthyroid is. Now the knots in her neck would bulge. And she got taken out of school because she couldn't walk around. She would get out of breath easy and she was on medication. All right. She hated her and she used to use her as a punching bag. And any time that her boyfriends weren't raping and torturing me, she was using us as punching bags. And then she was recording it and taping it and put, those little yellow cameras back in the early 2000s? There was a bunch of them that she kept in the tubs in the garage. You still have those, Rochelle? There was a bunch of them that she kept in the back of the closet. Okay? And every time she did this, she would sell those little yellow cameras to corrupt cops in Moreno Valley, California, in San Bernardino, California, in Los Angeles, California, in Colton, California, in Rialto, California, in Redlands, California, and so on and so forth. Officers came out numerous times in 2006 and said, what the hell is going on? Because somebody keeps calling, right? Now, you guys got that paperwork, right? Now let's go to Kay. And let's talk about the report that she gave the social worker, which I have the investigative report, which is about to drop in just a second. All right? And then you can read it for yourself. This was out of Riverside County Child Protective Services custody. Do you hear me? Okay? The social worker came out and they didn't do anything, but they found the tapes in the back of the closet. No arrests were made. You see it on the first paper? Then, after that, she beat the hell out of her again, but this time she was screaming. She was screaming so loud on Field Street in Moreno Valley, California. She was screaming so loud on Sagebrush Court in Moreno Valley, California, that the neighbors started to hear. So what she would do was she would pour milk. She was lactose intolerant. She had severe hyperthyroid syndrome. And what else? And she's mentally challenged. How do you not blame her, right? Okay. But she would beat the hell out of her, and then she would try to stand on her neck to pop the bulges in her neck. And one day, I had never put my hands on her until one day she told me I'm going to kill her because she just was angry and she wanted to beat the hell out of her, right? She took milk and held her down with her oldest daughter, the one with the Stockholm Syndrome, the one with the CPS report from Los Angeles in 1987, the one that still does everything that she wants her to do. She held her down with her, and she poured milk down her throat. She waited for her to shit herself, and she took videos of it. She had her friend, that her name starts with a D, her last name starts with an M. You want to go there? I have it. I'm about to drop it. Okay? Now, she had her friend come over, and her friend would help her videotape it. And she would shove this milk down her throat until she shit herself. When she would wake up and she started screaming again, then she started shoving Benadryl down her throat so she would stop screaming so loud. When the police finally came out, when Child Protective Services finally came out, when people finally started talking a little too much, and people started banging on the door, she threw her in the shower with cold water. She'd wake her up, and then she would pour bleach and other type of cleaning shit down her throat. And then she would call in for a 5150 and lie and say that she was trying to kill herself. Because somebody started hearing the beating and the screaming and the yelling going on. You don't believe me? Ask Kay. I'll show it to you. Read it for yourself. This is what was happening. Now, not only did I try to tell the social worker, not only was it recorded, not only was it put on camera, not only was it in multiple CPS reports, not only was there multiple police reports, not only was there numerous witnesses to what happened, nobody did anything. I have it. I'm about to drop it. I want you to read it. Because I want you to stop for a second and think, this is supposed to be a mother? Yeah. This is the one who's saying that they want me to come home. This is the one who's saying that she didn't do anything wrong. This is the one who is saying I'm lying. Of course that's what she's saying. Have you asked her what she did? I've been holding on to information that's not even mine. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So there's still some things redacted because it's not even mine. It just links. And we lived, I told you, there were 6 kids in that home. And all 6 went through a different hell. At night, I was being raped and abused by her boyfriends. At night, I was told that the government money she got for the cerebral palsy child, the government money that she got for the lung cancer child, the government money that she got for the lies that she told Social Security and the mentally disabled people that she got $800 a month for. I was told that she never got enough money from me. Ask her. I was told that because I didn't play stupid with the government. I was told because I wouldn't put up with the bullshit that she did not get enough money from me, and that's why her boyfriends did what they did. Did you see the Scott and I tattooed on her chest? That's what I was told. This is your criminally insane Patton Hospital patient. What do you think is happening to other children? What do you think happened to me? She needs to be in prison, don't she? Don't she need to be in prison? Now, I'm not inciting any violence. Now, I'm not inciting any violence for quality assurance purposes. But my thing is if you're going to uncover your name, I can just uncover the evidence, right? I don't have to uncover your name because, that's not my style yet. But if you're going to uncover your shit, come on. Come on. All the Panthers. Come on. You think I'm scared of you? The programming is broken, baby. It's broken. For those who are trying to weaponize the people that are giving in to the mental patients, the ones who are no better than the abusers, the ones that are abusers themselves, it says a lot about you. And it makes sense. Thank you for separating the wheat from the chaff and taking the trash out. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people with common sense. Put two and two together. See, I'm getting adopted soon, legally, by a white man. And I know that bothers the racist creatures that used to have their hand in my life. Those who are trying to say my mom has a police record, call Riverside County PD and ask. My mom, let me tell you what happened. Somebody said, oh, your mom was arrested. No, she wasn't. Do you want to call Riverside County Police Department and ask them what happened? Or do you want me to tell you? Let me ask you in the comments. Do you want to call Riverside Police Department and ask them what happened? Or do you want me to tell you? Do you want me to tell you? Because I have it, right? I have the receipt to that too. Do you want me to do it? You want me to do it? How y'all feeling? You want me to answer it? You want me to tell you what happened? Because the thing is let me tell you what happened with the Panthers. And what year was that, Mama? Do you remember? I was 22? Maybe. No, I wasn't even that old. Tell us. Okay, I got you. So, let me tell you what happened.
It's already been told.
We've already told you several times. This is what I'm talking about. We've already told you. Okay, so Keith, y'all remember that pimp that I had, Keith? Y'all remember? I told you about him too. Remember? Everybody was like, he was your boyfriend. No, he was somebody that I thought I was going to get out with because I was in foster care. And I was 15 years old with a 30-year-old man. That was not a boyfriend, that was a pimp. But let me tell you what happened. He got my name, Tashina, not my name. He got the dead girl's name, Tashina, tattooed on his arm. He found me in Riverside, California. I was on Arlington Street. And if you guys have ever been on Arlington Street, those of you in Riverside, California, there's apartments that go all the way down, and it's at that psychic shop. Now, I've told you this story numerous times, but I'm going to tell you again so you can follow the hell along. All right? This is Riverside, California. Keith sent someone to kill me. I was driving my nieces and nephews that I had at the time home. I was 10 minutes up the street from home. At the time, I lived on a street called Robinson. I'll help you. I'm going to give you an address that some of you don't have. I lived on a street called Robinson, so you can GPS how far this is. I'm going to give you exact, okay? So I lived on a street called Robinson Avenue in Riverside, California. This happened on Arlington Street in Riverside, California. So it's straight up, okay? Right at the corner of the psychic shop. On what is that? Is that Magnolia?
It's Arlington and Magnolia.
That's
so
Arlington.
4709 Arlington.
Thank you. 4709 Arlington. There you go. Let me help you.
Robinson.
It was 5908 Robinson Avenue. So I want you to GPS my house, which was 5908 Robinson Avenue, to 4709 Arlington Street. You ready? Here we go with locations. Are you staying with me? You got your pen and paper? All right. Arlington and Magnolia. Okay. My pimp, I was driving my nieces and nephews at the time they lived in the Arlington apartments. Okay. There's a 7-Eleven across the way. Yep, so you right with me. Yes, Mama Bruin. That's right there.
By the parent navel orange tree.
Right, that orange tree in Baskin Robbins. Right there, okay? So I'm driving up the street. I'm dropping my nieces. It's 9 minutes. That's a 9-minute drive, by the way. I was 9 minutes. 9 minutes away from home. I left my house and said, Mama, I'm going to drop the kids off. I just got to flip it, and I'm coming straight back down the street. I'm a big girl. I'll be right back, right? I get up, I drop my kids off, my nieces and nephews. I get to the psychic shop, and I have that 2012 Kia Rio that I had to give away. Remember my car that I gave away for free? You remember that one, Olaf? Okay, I'm driving my 2012 Kia Rio up the street, and my Kia starts tripping. My brakes are not working. My steering wheel is getting stuck. And I just dropped the kids off. I just flipped it. And now I'm trying to make that left turn because, you drop off at the apartments. I had to come back and flip it and come back up to the left, the street, and you're going to make a left turn at the psychic shop. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all with me in Riverside? Okay. So I go back up and I go to turn. My brakes give out. My steering wheel is stuck and I see a car following me. I see 3 men in a car. Now at this point, I can't stop my damn car. So what do? I throw my e-brake and I turn my steering wheel and I crash myself into the sidewalk and turn my tires so my car will stop into the psychic shop. This is not my first time almost being ran off the road. Can you tell? It's not my first time at all. Okay? So I get up there and I'm already on the phone with my mom and I'm like, Mom, something's wrong with my car. Something's not right. She's like, where the hell are you? And I'm like, I'm at the psychic shop, literally behind it. And she's like, what the hell are you doing there? And I see Keith walking slowly towards me with 2 other men. And he's smiling at me. So I get out of my car. I pop off my slides. And I tell my mom, I love you. They're here for me. And this might be my last time talking to you. I love you so much. If I don't make it, please come get me. My mom is at Robinson. You still got the GPS? 5908 Robinson. My mom jumps in the car because she's a mother. What the hell would you do if it was you? If it was your child, what would you do? If you got that call from your child, what would you do? Tell me. As a mom, I want real moms to speak up. I don't want no fake ass moms. I don't want no moms that don't even have their children. I don't want no moms who even don't know what the hell a mom is. I'm talking to a mom right here, right now. Interactive portion. If this was you and your daughter called you and said, hey mom, my pimps are right behind me. I love you. And this might be the last time I talk to you. What are you doing? I'm flying down there. Okay, that's exactly what my mom did. My mom starts flying down Arlington, right? She sees 2 cops at the light and she flags them and says, follow me. Please follow me. My daughter is about to get taken. Follow me, please. And they trying to, well, pull over. And she said, hell no, follow me. Okay. So then she starts hauling ass down the street. Okay. She gets there. And at this time, I'm booking it down the street. I get into the apartment and now my nieces and nephews, they're there. She's calling my sisters and telling my sisters, get outside. Allie is outside and they're trying to get her. Get outside. My sisters leave. They leave the kids there. I get to the house and I'm trying to tell my mom, or trying to tell the kids, I'm like, hey guys, get inside, get inside. They're following me. They stayed under the bed. We get inside of the house and the cop knocks on the door. And I'm like, I see Keith walking down in the apartments, walking around. So I'm getting ready because not only am I now in the apartment, I have 3 kids with me. Okay? So he gets upstairs, the cop gets upstairs, and he says, get down, what's going on? And I said, my pimp is right there. That man is trying to kill me. That man is my pimp. This has been reported to RPD numerous times. You guys have that report. He says, get downstairs. I said, if you got to get him. I come out the door and I said, he's right in front of you. Do something. He said, I'm a cop. What do you think he's going to do? And I looked at him and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Something don't sound right. That's not the response you give. And they said, we have your mom. I said, oh, what does that mean? So I back up. I tell the kids, don't you leave under that bed. And I don't care what you hear. Don't you move. Right? One cop turns out to be Keith's friend. The other cops that get there is the Riverside police at the time, supervisor, whatever. Her first question to her deputies on scene was, did you check the premises? They told her, no. I said, you let a pimp walk right by you. They grabbed my mom after she got out of the car. When she pulled up to the apartments, they're following her. And she's like, my daughter is upstairs. And they're like, well, we have to talk to you first. And she's like, nope, my daughter is upstairs. Do something. They tackled her. They let my pimp go. Now, they sit with her. They put her in the car. And then the supervisor gets there and says, did you guys check the premises? No. Did you guys get the pimp? No. Did you guys do anything about the people who were chasing her? My car still has its emergency lights on at the psychic shop. They said no. So what did they do? They let my mom go. They only tried to stop her so she didn't get to me. When she went to the courts to fight it, they told her, if you try to fight it, they can change the report.
They would say, the attorney said they will rewrite the report. The report was written in such a way that they could add to it that I assaulted the cops and I could get a year in jail, which I got enough piss and vinegar in me that I would have fought that. But if I spend a year in jail, that leaves Allie wide open.
Now, I have these reports, have this whole situation. It's recorded. Still have the name of the supervisor and the name of the cops on duty. You want to call Riverside Police Department and ask them? You think I'm playing with you?
But that's not news. We've talked about that numerous times.
We told you several times.
Same thing.
Now, if you call Riverside Police Department, the whole background of that report is what? Human trafficking victim. Once again, boils back down to who? Human trafficking victim. Where do we go back to? The children. Then there's somebody who's saying that my mom stole me. And she was a social worker that stole me. Now, let's talk about that rumor too. Because if that's true, shouldn't Riverside County Child Protective Services custody be investigated? Because if this woman did what you said she did, why didn't you investigate or go after Child Protective Services? Why not? Because that boils back down to who? The children. Do you want to call Riverside County Child Protective Services and ask them what corrupt social worker was on the case? And if it was her, then how come it took 15 years to say something about it? If you were so angry about it, why didn't you do something then?
That's felony kidnapping. That should have been easy to prove.
Right?
Make it make sense.
I'm trying to understand. Because if that's the truth, then why isn't there an investigation ran into Riverside County Child Protective Services custody? You know, everybody wants to try me, but nobody wants to run that investigation. Run it. You need backup? I got the paperwork for you. I'm not giving you my copies because y'all lose that shit. The FBI can't even keep track of what the hell they got. So why would I give you my copy? I got it if you need a copy. Again, the energy that people give to the confusion, the chaos, the drama, the slander, the bullshit, ask them where are the missing children. Give that same energy that you using to slander me to the children. Because when you actually boil it all the way down to what the hell we're talking about, we've never detoured from the children. Pamela Bondi, you said you had ledgers on your desk of thousands of children. I have a small tub. I have numerous luggage cases all over the world. Numerous. Do you hear me? The little video clip that you've seen on social media, that was one little tub that one insurance holder holds. One small tub. And just one small tub of my self-police reports, a crumb of my CPS documents, a crumb of police reports, a crumb of minute orders from court, a crumb of rape kits covers a whole damn coffee table plus more. So Pamela, once again, you're a liar. My ledgers cover a coffee table without trying. My ledgers will cover a room floor without trying. And you want me to believe that you had a truckload worth of information on your desk and it just came up missing? For those who are pissed off about me not being on this case, give that same energy. Ask Maureen why I'm not on this case. Ask Maureen. She's the one who should be talking about the children. She's the prosecutor. Ask her. Maureen Comey. Go ask her. The same energy that you're giving to me about you not on the case, so you must be lying, why aren't you giving it to the prosecutor of, if you're not talking about the children, you must not be talking about the truth?
How many witnesses have gone through, how many witnesses have been on the stand in the last 4 weeks? Did she ask a RICO case of trafficking and racketeering? Did she ask one witness, did you see children at any of these freak-off parties?
Just one.
She should have been asking every witness that. But that's not what this is about.
We don't want to talk about the children, because if we talk about the children, that tips it over. That pushes that shit right over, and nobody's having a good day. Not one person. Not one. So no, we're not talking about the children yet. But when we do, call me. Actually, call Nick. His number is 980-298-2106. If you want to subpoena me, I'll take it when you start talking about the children. I'm not scared. I'm not running from a subpoena. Did you think that's what it was? Oh, we're not running from it. We're just not stupid to sit still and be sitting ducks and end up like, unfortunately, rest in peace, the Epstein victim that just died.
Well, and if Comey can't even ask one person, one witness about the children, do you really think it's an honest trial? Do you not see the corruption? Make it make sense.
Yeah. Virginia Jeffrey, God rest her soul. But we can't sit still, because we'll end up like Virginia. So no, we're not dumb. So thank you to the angels on the East Coast ready to catch us, because we're on our way. We got some things to do. We also got another tub of insurance to pick up. I wonder if we're going to get pulled over for saying that. By the way, there's corrupt cops and then there's good cops. I've already made that shout out. Thank you too. Again, to the police department that I got a chance to talk to, because I know there's a police department that still sits on here. China Lake PD that still sits on here and watches these videos. And unfortunately, they were sitting there laughing at the embarrassing things that they watched in that smear campaign. I was in contact with them this entire time. I'm shocked that some good cops still exist. I'm learning that. So thank you to the detectives and the cops that I talked to. But there still are some dirty cops. And that's because some people were selling things to dirty cops.
Well, and I don't just mean dirty cops. I mean cops that are participating in MK Ultra programming and altering survivors, MK Ultra programs. Yeah, even with the Diddy trial, when you're listening to the Diddy trial, and you're hearing that he did 30-hour freak-offs and he did this and he urinated on her in her mouth. That's not just kinky sex. That's not just him being a twisted fucker. That's him programming. That's MK Ultra programming. So there's more that's going on that a lot of people don't understand. And if Comey's not going to talk about the children and she's not talking about MK Ultra, she might as well just sit the fuck down. She's wasting time.
I'll do what Comey, Bongino, Bondi, Patel. I'll show you, I'll give you the transparency that they're not giving you about the children. And I'll continue doing that until the day we die. And if you take that as a challenge, so do I. Bring it. Because like I said, I just packed the last fucks to give, and it's back in California. Try me. Go ahead. Try me. We'll be back. First, I want to drop these receipts for you. So don't miss them. They're coming up right away. You don't want to miss them. Go ahead and read those, and then put them together. Now, again, if anybody was doing their jobs, like reporters, real journalists, real investigators, real cops, real child protective services agencies, if someone would do their job, I have it. Until then, when people actually do their job, you can see the connections. When you have the receipts, you'll be able to see the connections. You see, look at the date on the paperwork I gave you when the law enforcement was there and seeing that there was nobody doing anything about the tapes in the back of the closet. Then you see Kay's account on what happened. Then you listen to the people that are talking about they want to kill us. Does 2 and 2 put together for you of who they really are? Some people deserve to be in prison. And again, I'm not God. And I know some people were trying to make me a shot caller as a child. And I'm not that person that you tried to make me to be. So trust and believe me when I say it ain't my decision to make. Vengeance is the Lord's. It's not mine. I've learned that the hard way. But let me tell you something. Those who are threatening my mom and my dad, Hawkeye is his name, for those of you who needed his name. That's the man that's adopting me. That's the white man that's adopting me. That's the man who stood and did something about the man who broke me. That's the man who stood in the broken places. That's the man who stood in the gap. That's the man who has scraped me off the floor and told me I don't want anything from you but to love you. I fought him for a second because I was like, you done lost your damn mind. I ain't believing that shit again. Not believing that again. And for 4 years, he has shown me better than he could tell me. This year, I'm officially, legally, as an adult, getting adopted again. I know some of you can't fathom that. Like, there's adult adoption. Yeah. People don't want you to know that too. But I'm legally getting adopted. And my mom and my dad, we've had some really long talks. In the last few weeks, I now know that I have parents that I never thought that I would have. I have a family that I never imagined we would have. I have friends, and I chose to have those friends because they're not a liability. I love them. We have this army that was built off the internet, but y'all hold stronger than any foundation, organization, church, army that I have ever seen. Y'all put them to shame. So what the hell am I waiting for, right? If you're going to do something, do it. Do it. Because we're not scared to die. But trust me, as much as I'm a nightmare right now, wait till I die. I ain't stopping then either. I ain't going to shut up. I have to say this because you need to know this spiel. We are not suicidal. There will be no accidental car accidents. There will be no overdoses. We are not carrying anything in this car that cannot be accounted for. There are no weapons. There are no weapons. We are of sound mind and body. We love our life, but we love the truth. And we won't stop until it's completely out there. We're signing off in a few months, though. Our time is just about done. We can't sit on the internet forever. That doesn't mean that our life changes. That doesn't mean that things stop. The threat still exists. That just means we have to fight in a different way. But before we get off this internet completely, we thank you for standing with us for the truth, and we thank you for doing something about it and never stopping even if we're not on here. Because ultimately, it's not about us. It's about the children. So, thank you so much for standing with us. Shout out to Letty. We saw you today. Letty, a 90 that just walked up. I was sitting in the car, and we were at this place. We pulled up and she was trying to tell us to park somewhere else because she worked there. I'm not going to say what place it was. Letty, please don't say it either. But we pulled up, and she worked there, and she's trying to tell us, hey, don't park right there. And she comes over to my dad, Hawkeye, and I'm throwing up in the car because I was nauseous about today. I ain't even gonna lie. I was completely nauseous. I was like, I'm about to fuck shit up. And then all of a sudden it was coming up. And, and so I'm sitting in the car throwing up, and this woman walks up and she's like, hey, do you want to, oh my God, it's you. And I was like, hi. And I gave her a hug, clammy, sweaty, and all. Thank you so much. We needed that message that you gave us today on 456. If you're a 90 and you see us, we are not an influencer. We're nobody special, but we do have a gift for everybody that we walk past. It's nothing big. I just keep things at my feet, ready to always give something to someone who is willing to stand for the children. So if you see something, say something. And we appreciate you. We are doing a private chat on Telegram. I'm dropping more insurance in there. And then again, we're not weaponizing, we're deputizing people with the truth. So, if you want to come on in there and stand with us, get some account on the insurance that we're dropping, ask some questions. We're getting ready for a mass interview in there as well. I think we will be on GSL soon. I need to talk to Miss Miracle and Tez Moses. I need to talk to them, but I think we will be on their platform soon. So please, if you haven't went ahead and looked over there, go ahead and look on over there. They've done some great work. We just getting started. So buckle up. These next 3 months are going to be interesting. Thanks for checking out that insurance drop. We'll talk to y'all sooner than later. Love y'all.